Hi YouTube! So today I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial, if you can't already tell, because my hair doesn't usually look like this. And this is just me showing you how I style and crimp my big backcombed hair. Now, I did do a video on this last year, but a lot of you requested me to redo it recently when I did my hair FAQ video. The one that I did last year, it wasn't great quality, it wasn't like HD or anything, so I'm glad that I'm doing a new one for you today. So as you can see, this is my natural hair. I haven't styled it, I haven't straightened it, I just washed it last night and let it dry, and as you can see, it's just very, very straight. This is like the longest parts of my hair here. So it's just beneath my shoulders. Now the first thing I'm going to do is use dry shampoo just to get out all that extra oil, because I find that the more oil there is in my hair, the less that it holds its style for the whole day. So I like to keep it quite dry. Bear that in mind, because I know most people wouldn't want to make their hair as dry as me, but I like to put in a lot of dry shampoo. And today I'm going to be using Colab's Extreme Volume Dry Shampoo. Here we go. I don't like to spray it too much at the back because I can't see where the white is as well, so I get paranoid that I'm not going to blend it out like I am with the front, so I usually just leave the back, to be honest. And I'm just going to brush it out just with a normal brush. This is just a basic brush that I got from Boots, I believe. Yeah, I just brush that all out, and I'll do the same with the other side. Okay, so now that is all brushed through, so I already feel like my hair's got much more volume to it now that I added in that dry shampoo. But next I'm going to start crimping. Now I've got short layers here at the top and I've got longer layers here at the bottom. So what I do is I section it off into twos. I'll keep the short layers tied up and then these longer layers I leave down. So now I've tied my hair up and look really weird. I'm now going to start using my crimpers. I'm using the BaByliss crimpers and this is what they look like. So I take a piece, usually about this much. I don't go really thin with this, but not so it's too bulky, just enough, and I place it fairly close to my roots, but not too close that I know it's gonna like burn my head or anything. Be careful with that. As you can see, there's some space between there, so I just leave it on for a few seconds, and as you can see, that's crimped my hair there, and so I just carry on doing that. And it does take a lot of patience, believe me, it does take a lot of patience, especially if you've got long hair, then it will take quite a while to do. Yeah, it's not like straightening, it's time consuming, because even with one section of hair you have to do sections of that section of hair. But anyway, that's the first bit done. And so I just work my way back. I go from the front of my hair to the back, and as you can see, I'm adding a little bit more to my hair now. And once again, just leaving on. I leave it on a bit longer when I've got a thicker amount of hair, like in it, just so it really does crimp it well. It's got these like little handle things at the end so you can use them to hold them, but even these are a bit hot at the moment, so just be really careful if you are using them, obviously. I'm sure you already know that, but I just feel like with me showing you how to use something that is like this, I feel like I should say anyway, just in case. And that's the second piece, and so this is what we've got so far. So now I've done the front, the side, so I'll just take this amount here and I just work all the way around, so I just go from one side around to the other, just so I know that I'm not missing any pieces out. The thing I find is with crimping is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You could just do it quite unevenly, but it would still give the same effect, because once you do brush it out, it just seems to all blend in together. And so yeah, that's that half done. That's how the crimping looks. And if you need to split it into 3 sections, then do so. If you need to split it into 2 sections, then do so. I usually, like I said, split it into 2 sections, sometimes 3. And so that is the bottom section done. And so now I'm going to let down this part of my hair. So now again, I'll just work from the front and then work all the way back, because this all here is straight and this is what I've just crimped. So I'm just going to work with my layers really, and that's what I would just recommend anyone to do. Work with their layers, like how they'd usually straighten it, how they'd usually curl it, and just do the same with crimping. Just show you this up top here. And there you go. Super crimped. And I'll just finish this off going all the way around, and then I will next show you how I backcomb it. Okay, so that's now all done. As you can see, this is all crimped and it looks pretty crazy. I'm just going to give this a spray with some hairspray. Now this hairspray is Superdrug's Extra Firm Hold. I couldn't find any other cruelty-free hairsprays in Superdrug. Hopefully I like it more than I liked it last time. Actually, it smells nicer than it used to, so maybe they've changed it. Now leave that to dry before you go in with your backcombing, just because it's making your hair a bit wet, so it might brush out some of the crimp, so I like to leave it a little bit before I do anything with it. Next, it's time to go in with the backcombing. I lightly brush the crimp through. It won't take it out, I promise. Crimped hair does last for quite a while. What I do is I usually start from the back, and again using the same brush. I don't use a backcombing brush, I prefer using brushes like this. And I just go like that, so I'm brushing downwards towards my roots. And then I take a bit of hairspray. I'll do the layer underneath. So I will brush it downwards like that, and then give it a spray. And for the bottom layer, because I usually find that I do it in stages of 3, I usually just backcomb it lightly. I don't spray it with hairspray or do anything like that, I just leave it. And then what I do afterwards is I brush it back down, so I'm not fully brushing out the back comb, but I'm brushing it so it's back into place of where it should be with that extra volume this time. And I'll show you on this side because it'd be easier for you to see it that way. So I brush my top layer down like that, spray it with a bit of hairspray. I do the same thing with the layers that are a bit longer than the top layer. And then I spray it with some hairspray. And then I kind of brush this through without adding any more hairspray. And then I just brush it back down. And I just do the other side, so. And there it is, and you can still see that crimp coming through, but I honestly mainly like using the crimp just to give it that extra frizzy look. And then I'll just do another spray of hairspray. Like here I try and like thin it out quite a bit so it's just bigger at the top and then smaller at the bottom. And so this is what it's all looking like now. So the last thing that I do, now these straighteners are incredibly old, so I'm sorry that they're very tatty, but what I do is I just get my side fringe and I cut this myself and it's absolutely horrendous. I kind of just curve it round like I would with like say a full fringe. So as you can see, that's what my fringe looks like now. Instead of it going across, it's kind of coming down. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just add a bow, as you know how much I love wearing my bows. And so this is the hair done, complete with a cute bow that I got from Accessorize. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Like I said, I'll leave my FAQ video down in the description, so if you've got any questions, it'll probably be on there. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye everyone.